Terrible Happy Talks. Terrible Happy Talks.
Yeah, good to be here, man.
Whoa.
Freedom.
Submissive dominant lifestyle.
3, 2, 1. Alright, let's do this.
Today's guest is a surfer, artist, creative, entrepreneur, founder of clothing label Shred Gang. He's a past guest dating all the way back to episode number 64 and still the best surf rapper alive, Mr. Slippery Surfa. Welcome.
Thank you. What's
Dude.
up, Shred Gang?
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we were talking earlier and it's like, I feel like it's really serendipitous that we've connected in Bali almost 100 episodes since you were on last.
Yeah.
Feels like it's meant to be.
I wonder what the date was, if it's similar.
Yeah, it'd be
I
close.
was just thinking that, might be the same month. I can't remember.
Yeah, because sometimes like I sit on an episode for a few weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine it was the
but we
same
back.
Imagine it was the same day.
I know.
Same date.
We'll check that out later.
Trippy. So we're in Bali.
Yes.
Why are you in Bali?
I actually just woke up one day and I said to my chick, I said, I'm over this place. I'm over Sydney. I'm over it. Let's go to Bali for 3 months. So, just saved up some extra coin and got over here. Stuck to what I said. So,
Nice.
I just wanted to get over here, get healthy. Been suffering a shoulder injury. So I just wanted to come over, train, eat good, get sun. I was just sick of Sydney, man. I needed the vibe.
Well, I want to go into that
Yeah.
because I won't lie to you. I'm quite sick of the east coast of Australia right now as well.
Yeah.
Nothing against the east coast of Australia,
course
but
not.
can
Yeah.
you tell me why you were sick of Sydney?
I was bored. I'm never bored. I'm always working on something, having fun. But yeah, I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to really socialize. I was just like, I just didn't have the vibe, you know what I mean? I was just like flat a little bit. And I'm like, I need to change something now. And yeah, man, my chick was down straight away. She said, let's do it. So a couple of months later, we left.
So how long
and
were you
we're
here for? How long?
3 months all up. I wish it was longer, but yeah, with the visa and all that kind of stuff. So I did the 30 days, and I got the visa extension, and I think I have to fly out again.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, to renew it?
Singapore or something like that.
Like a visa run. The old visa. I thought they stopped that.
I hope not, because I'm about to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Singapore's fun. You
Yeah.
go there for a day, you sort of fly in for a day, get your
Yeah.
visa, come back.
get some Reeboks.
Reeboks. You like Reeboks?
I don't know, I just picture there's fake Reeboks there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's fake everything in Asia.
Reeboks and a leather jacket and come back.
Dude, I could see you in a leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, like, with your shoulder injury, how did that come about? Like, what was the injury?
Well, basically just with my business at home. So I own a stand-up paddleboard shop and school, which is my bread and butter. It's that's what funds the Shred Gang, and that's how I feed myself. So we teach a lot of lessons, do rentals, sell boards, all that kind of stuff. But basically when I'm doing my lessons, I've got a big truck where I keep all the boards. There's about 16 boards in there. And after every lesson rental, I'm always pushing them into the truck using my one shoulder. And I think it's just wear and tear.
Like, pushing them onto the racks?
Yeah, so it's a big like Ford Sprinter van, and it's all racked up, and you just pick up the board. I've got to carry it up a bit of a hill and then just push it in with one arm. And I think just doing that same movement repeatedly, it just one day I just could not lift up my arm, and it just got so much worse. And I kept trying to do everything, stretch it, train, all that kind of stuff, and then it just got unbearable. I finally went to the doctors. They did an MRI and said, you've got 3 tears in your long-headed bicep, rotator cuff, bursitis, like a bunch of stuff. Where I was just like mentally just did not, you know what I mean, want to acknowledge it was that bad. I never thought I'd have a shoulder injury.
It's the worst.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, I've got one at the moment too. I did it
Yeah.
in boxing, and it's like it's been so debilitating.
Yeah. So I haven't surfed since December.
What?
Yeah.
How's that going for your like mental health?
I'm pretty good because I've been training a lot. I definitely miss Suck Rock a lot.
I thought you called it slip rock.
Slip Rock. I miss that so much. So if I see a wave from Slip Rock, somewhere, I'm just like, damn, I miss that wave so bad. But yeah, I think that's why I had to get to Bali as well, because I was just like at home, just just doing the same thing every day. Yeah. At least being in Bali, it's like you said, it's warm, it's fun. So we back, the vibe's back.
Dude. You've surfed your whole life.
Yes.
And has Bali been a big part of that surfing journey over the years
Yeah.
as a grom and stuff?
Yeah. I've been coming here since I was about 10.
Right.
I don't know how many times I've been here, but at least 25 times.
Wow.
I don't know. More probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents used to bring me when I was a grommer, and then I've been coming back ever since, and love the place.
Has it still got the same magic for you?
Definitely.
How really?
Yeah.
Even
for
though it's like
sure.
really like full of influences and
Yeah. It's
life coaches and
it's different though. I don't know. I remember I used to come to Canggu and it was a dirt patch.
I remember that too.
Yeah. How good was that?
It's crazy. There's
It was
cows.
sick.
There's cows right there. Cow
Yeah. And you'd have to get up super early because you didn't want to get it when the wind picked up.
field. Around 9 every time.
Yeah. So I'd come out early with my old man and surf it, and yeah, man, it was so sick. But I love the craziness as well. You know what I mean? People everywhere, and I guess there's a lot of influences and stuff like that. I didn't really think about that too much, but that's cool too, especially if you're doing something creative. Maybe you can collab somehow or work together and get some stuff done while you're here instead of just surf. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's easier to joke about and judge.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, like I really respect anyone that's, trying to, I guess, create a lifestyle by design.
Yep.
And live their best life. Like,
For sure.
and it does, for some reason, feel like this creative hub.
Yep.
It's like a melting pot of ideas.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel so, every time I come here, like I feel so inspired by the people I meet and
Yeah.
the ideas I hear. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Like the other day, I didn't want to. I wasn't feeling the best, and I was like, I just need to get some sun. So I went down to the pool at an alternative beach.
Yeah.
And I was just lying there, and this guy sat next to me, and he's a filmer, makes movies, and on Wednesday we're shooting a music video. Do you know what I mean? So like you can just like you can't not meet creative people or people that want to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
There's obviously a lot of posers just here, just not doing anything, but it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to meet some cool people, I reckon, for sure.
You seem like someone who has quite a strong work ethic. How do you feel about that description?
Yeah, I always have.
Yeah?
I get that from my dad.
I was going to say, like, where do you get it from?
Yeah, my dad's a machine.
Is he?
Yeah, so I remember just being young, he used to work his ass off all the time. And just at the older I got, the more I started working, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
It's in
translate?
the genes.
It's in the genes, bro.
Yeah.
And also, like, since you were on last time, I've really been tracking your music journey, and you seem like like you're super hard working creatively as well.
Yep.
Was that a conscious decision to just continually produce tracks, or is it because are you forcing it, or is it just coming out of you?
No, it's just coming out of me for sure. I would never say forcing it because I love creating, but I watch enough like podcasts and listen to enough YouTube on, certain people that I just know. You can't just like, oh yeah, I make music. If you're actually trying to get somewhere in life, you have to like bring out tracks, bring out music videos, actually work on your craft, and if you want to be good at it. So there's times when I don't want to do music, and I just know, you know, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, you're watching some crap on YouTube, you should be working on your own craft. And then I, you know, start writing some music, and at the end of the night, I'm stoked that I did that instead, you know. Or if there's so many parties that are on, then just not go to the party and work on your music. Like, you know, that would be really fun to go, but at the end of the night, I'm way more happy that I just sat down and worked on my music or whatever.
Because you got a passion. You got a passion.
Yeah. So.
Would you say having a passion is a gift?
And a curse.
True. Good
Yeah,
point. Good point.
It's both, because you know, you're definitely gonna find out who your real friends are.
Okay.
You're definitely gonna lose friends. You're definitely gonna argue with people. You have to.
In what sense though?
I feel like it's a. I feel like it's to be different. Not I'm trying to be different, but if you are different, and you really are trying to pursue some kind of creative thing, it's a fight every day to be yourself. It really is, because I feel like the world just really wants you to be normal. They really want you to come to that birthday lunch on Sunday and get drunk, and then that other birthday dinner that night, and then continue to the next club, because if you don't, you're not really part of the crew.
But is it the world that wants you to be different, or is it Australian culture?
I don't know. Put it this way, it's just a lot easier being normal, I think.
It is.
And just rolling with it, you know what I mean? But like,
But are you happy when you do that?
I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a fight every day. It's just like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. This is what makes me happy. Oh yeah, well, you haven't seen them in a long time. They're not going to like you anymore. It's just like, you know what? My real friends in the end, you know, they know what I like and what I like doing, and nothing's going to stop me. So
Yeah. You mentioned that, like you said, it's a curse, and sometimes there's, you know, you're going to know who your friends are and things like that. Like, do you feel like it's because you are branching out and doing what you want to be doing, and it is a bit different, that it's like that tall poppy syndrome, like people are wanting to cut you down?
yeah, there's definitely some of that for sure. I just think anyone that's trying anything, a lot of times people are like, oh, do you think you're good, huh?
You get that? Do people say
like,
that to you directly though?
Not so much as you get older, but you know they think that, or they kind of giggle at what you're doing, or question it, or you know, it's like when you're up, they're introducing you like, hey, this is my best friend, but when you're just like, you know, a little bit flat, they're just like, you're whack. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that vibe so hard, and like, yeah, I've had so much of it. I think.
Well, what do your parents think? Because they're always a good measuring stick.
Of all the stuff I do.
Yeah.
They like the surf rap a lot better than when I just used to just regular rap.
Okay.
Because I was swearing a lot. And
You don't swear in your surf rap?
nah.
Why not?
Not a lot. A little bit.
Is that deliberate? A deliberate decision?
You just don't need to. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. Is it
I
a conscious? You're doing that consciously though.
I think at one stage I was purposely cutting it out, because also it's like it's pretty easy just to swear. So I was just like, what's something better I can say?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I swear a little bit when I just talk in conversation, and I know it's not that good. So like.
Nice, dude. So you're
So-
you're not what I expect. Like, I thought you'd be a little bit. It's like you're trying to improve yourself as a person.
Yeah, always. Yeah, people tell me that all the time. I thought you were totally different when they meet me. You know what I mean?
Like what? Like a little bit of a degenerate, like don't give a fuck sort of guy.
Yeah, and then they meet me and they're like, oh damn, this guy's trying to actually get better at rapping. He's trying to build a business. He's kind of a normal person. It's just like, no shit, dude. Like I'm not just stuffing around here, you know, like.
Yeah, like trying to live some rock star lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it's really admirable, actually.
I've always been like that. I feel like, especially in the last like 5 years, everything from fitness and health and the music, and you know, I did some courses, and I'm like, man, I really want to be good at this, you know what I mean? And in order to be good at it, you got to listen and take advice, and you know what I mean? Like
courses, like you mentioned a business course.
I did a course called the Smart Rapper course.
No way, is that a course?
And it was the first of its kind ever. I was the only first Australian to join it and finish it.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Rob Level. And yeah, man, they teach you everything, like from relationships to making beats to mixing, mastering, and recording vocals and social media and just everything. And that's when I realized, I'm like, damn, okay, I'm doing a lot, but I might not be doing enough, and there's things I need to touch on and get better at and do more of it if I think I'm serious. Because you can say all day, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. What are you doing to be that? You're just saying you're that, you know what I mean? And I was just like, man, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to act like this, you know what I mean? I need, you know.
So they guide you through all that, not just like writing lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And the creative they don't give you a creative process as well?
Everything.
Wow,
it's
man.
everything from the inside out, just like, it's amazing. And so that course changed my life. Like, I remember it got to a stage, because it goes for like a year, and it's full on, and it got to a stage where I was like, man, I'm not doing any music. But once I finished the course, the music part was the easy part.
Really?
You know what I mean?
So it's giving like a foundation as well.
Yeah, and what I know is so much more than so many guys that are probably a lot better rappers than me. But their ego's too big to say, oh, I'm going to spend some money on myself, invest in myself. I want to sit down and do this course and get better.
It's what all the greats do. Like, we see the success, but we don't see all the, like, they're the full package. They cover every base thoroughly.
Yep.
Because, like, I really believe, like, it's very rare that success just happens. And then those people burn out quick too, because all of a sudden they might get some, you know, success or whatever, infamous or famous or whatever, and then they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah. There's them people, and I feel like there's definitely just gifted people that are just amazing at what they do.
Yeah.
But I think just knowing where you sit and what you need to do, you know what I mean? Like, I know I've had to work to get better and work to understand and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, it's so good. Like,
again,
that's why I've been drawn to you. That's why I was drawn to you originally. That's why I'm drawn to you again, because, well, firstly, surf rap is very interesting because it's so unique.
Yeah.
No one else is doing it. Like, and I love that, right?
Yeah.
And secondly, the other thing that really intrigues me about you is you got your clothing label as well, which I know it would be a lot of hard work, combined with your surf school, you know, and that. How do you manage yourself?
Yeah. Oh, barely. Man, it's hard. Like, honestly, I'm at a point at the moment. If anyone's listening to this, they want to invest in a good streetwear label, Shred Gang. We've got a good name. We make good product. I need help with that for sure. And that's the thing. That course also, it just slapped me in the face one day, and I was doing the course. I'm like, shit. Because I was always trying to do everything myself.
Gotcha.
And was always very proud. Like, nah, I'm doing it on my own. Nah, they're too slow. You know what I mean? Like, I need to get this done quicker, which makes sense for sure. You do need to learn it all yourself, but it gets to a point where you're like, you want to take this to the next level. You need money, like a lot of money to make a brand work. You know what I mean? And like, at the end of the course, it just slapped me in the face. Like, damn, like Shred Gang's dope and it's a cool name and we make good stuff. But without, you know, all I'm doing is I'm working a second. I own a business and I work a second job too, as a courier, delivering flowers and chocolate.
Do you really?
That money goes into right. When I knock on some people's door, they're like, "Slippery Surfa, what are you doing?" I'm just like, "Here's your flowers." so like I'm working my ass off to support Shred Gang. Do you know what I mean?
Delivering
like
flowers.
Extra and running the business.
Doing flowers.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's rad. Like, just grinding
Yeah, and that's the thing.
by any means possible.
Yeah, man. And like it costs money to do shred gang. It costs money to get, you know what I mean, like all the content and that t-shirt's not cool anymore. We need to do this color. We need this. We need that. We need labels. We need new logos. We need new ads for those logos. We need a website update. We need a new photo shoot. It does not stop. And I got to a point where I'm like, as much as I and you know, it's shred gang to the death for sure. Yeah, I'm at a point where I need an investor. Otherwise, it's just going to stay at where it is at the moment. Like I've done a lot with it on my own, which should show what you can do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm at a point where I'm working so much with shred gang that I haven't been bringing out as many songs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I look at what I bring out, it's still pretty consistent though. But in my head, what I want to bring out, I could have bring out twice as much music. Every night I'm working on shred gang clothing and stuff like that, and that's not my full passion. You know what I mean? Like shred gang is my passion, but I mean I don't want to be sitting there designing t-shirts all night.
Yeah.
I want to be writing raps and getting better with that. So yeah, it's just endless. So it's like you know, the paddleboard school in the day, Korea on my days off. You know, social media, writing music at night, social media for my paddleboard school, for shred gang, for Slippery Surfer. You know, time for see my family.
Yeah.
And then but my missus as well. She wants time. Man, it's a lot of work.
And I was going to sort of ask you, like, you know, does it impact on your personal relationships being that busy?
Yeah, definitely.
In a negative way?
Yeah, it impacts my my social circle a lot. There's a lot of people I don't hang out with anymore, who I still love. You know what I mean? But because I haven't put the time in, you know, they're not going to ring me to hang out because they just know I'm going to be working, which I understand. You know what I mean? But yeah, and my relationship too. But at the same time, I told my chick when I first got with her, this is what I do, this is what I love, and I'm not going to stop. So don't ever try and make me stop, because this is what I'm doing. And if, you know what I mean, if you hold me back, I'm just, you're not going to hold me back. Nothing's going to hold me back. Don't even try.
Okay.
Don't even go there.
And that's,
I had to set the record straight from the start, you know what I mean? And
I'm gonna poke this a little bit.
poke it.
Poke it. What if it got to the point where she's like, "That's cool, that's your thing, but I'm not into this lifestyle anymore." Like, I mean, are you putting those things before your personal relationships? Are you prioritizing them over them?
Well, there was a time where that was number one for anything. Nothing was taking the time from that, because I knew that you have to give it everything.
Yeah.
But I got a good girl, and there was definitely some times where it's just like, I need some time too. You know what I mean? I'm not like I feel like I'm in a relationship with someone who sits in a studio all day and I don't even see you. So yeah, man, just changed a few things up. And that's when it, you know, the whole thing of, all right, how do I keep both? Because I want to stay with her for sure. We're engaged now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks, man. And so yeah, started going to bed earlier, getting up earlier, going to the gym together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not.
So you did acknowledge it. It wasn't like it's my way or the highway.
It took a while.
Because the reason I'm sort of pushing this a little bit is because I think a lot of people do it.
It's very common, yeah.
And it's like, well, if you strip it all back, what is more important? Is it your dream or is it your loved ones? Yeah. And it's like, and then some people wake up one day and their loved ones are like, well, I don't want to, I'm out. This is too much for me. And then, then they regret it.
No, I think, I got a lot of different kind of views on this. I think your business and what you want to do in your life should come first.
Okay.
Because I think without that, you're not yourself, and therefore that person's not going to like you for what they liked you in the first place. Yeah. If you were just like, oh, my chick's number one and you're everything and I'm going, where are you going? And then music comes second and this comes second, that's whack, man. After a few months, she's going to get bored, and she's like, this dude has no strength, you know what I mean? Like, or no drive. Like, I think girls are attracted to drive, and they want a guy that knows what he wants. And when you flip that, I see the guys make the mistake all the time where they just put their girl first. I'm not saying they don't mean more. Of course, love means more than all of this in the end. But to keep it all in order, it's really hard to describe, hey? To keep it all in order, it's like you can't just put it all the eggs in that basket, because then everything else crumbles.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Did I say it right? I don't know.
It's really good.
I hope someone picks up on that, because that's so important, man.
Dude, what you said is really spot on. Like you said, it's not that they don't mean more, but I love the analogy of, like, you've got to put the oxygen mask on first before you can help other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're not really content and happy with yourself and helping yourself,
Yeah.
and following your heart, you're not going to be good to those around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to be your best fit. And then,
Yeah.
and you're actually going to be toxic for them.
You're going to be grumpy, and you're going to be not happy. And what girl wants to hang out with a grumpy, unhappy person? So just do what you love, be happy. And as long as, you know, you acknowledge, okay, this person does need some time, make some other changes and some other sacrifices to your life to compensate for that. Like, instead of going out all night, maybe go to bed early. Like I said, we get up and go to the gym together.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So you've got your thing.
Get up and go to the gym together, have breakfast together. You know what I mean? Then we both go to work. Like, how much more time do you need? They always want more and more time, though. You know what I mean? Like, watch this with me, watch that with me. I'm like, I'm not sitting there and wasting my time watching some kind of movie. We've already been in the gym together. We've had breakfast together. You know, do something.
That might coax her to start, you know, being more of an individual herself, or following her heart and her dreams and goals. And maybe, well, we just brainstorm about this.
Sure.
Maybe that's the key to successful relationships, is like two individual people
Yep.
being together but having their own stuff going on. Because then they're not in each other's pockets.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I know so many relationships, and especially older relationships, where they've been together for 30 years, 20 years, and they can't stand each other. But they're still together.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear.
Yeah. Especially now getting married, dude.
Yeah. Like, I would only... that's my biggest fear. When I get it a lot when I get people coming to buy, you know, a stand-up paddleboard off me, and the wife's just grumpy as and just hates her husband.
Really?
You know what I mean?
See
and,
that.
and treats him like shit, and like he's dumb, and he's like that's awful. I'd hate that. That's just something I don't ever want to be.
What, she like sort of patronizes him in front of...
Exactly.
You've
I
seen
hate
that.
that all the time, and I'm just...
And what does he do?
And,
He's like,
and it's
head
just,
goes down.
Head goes down, doesn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, man, stop that before it begins, I reckon. Like,
Dude, I think this is like really good.
Be a man, like, you know what I mean? Like...
Because I hear it time and time again. I've heard so many women say, "Oh, I just want a man to be. I just want him to be a man. Grow up, like, be a man about it."
Yeah, and you were a man, but you broke him down so hard that, you know what I mean, that there's nothing left. Like, but then it's his time. He needs to step up too. You know what I mean? But it almost takes a few mistakes with girls to realize that, though. I reckon we've all done it. Like, I know I have a couple of times. For sure. And because you think you're doing the right thing is the wrong thing, if you ask me.
Dude, who are you? This is like profound shit. Relationship advice with Slippery Surfa. Are you kidding me?
That's it.
But it's good though. Like, and it's sort of funny that you're bringing it up, because I have been talking a lot about it on the podcast, you know. And I think heterosexual relationships, because that's all I have experience with, that dynamic, I think, is there's a real shift in it at the moment. I think there's a big change going on at the moment, and I've seen a lot of people breaking up since the pandemic and going through relationship breakdowns, and I think people are really stamping back and evaluating, going, okay, well, we need to take a different approach here.
I agree.
And you sort of mentioned this, men feeling like their role in a relationship is just to be the goofy guy who does what he's told. And I've seen it, you know, and they become miserable. And then, you know, the ones that I know turn to heavy drinking. And I hear stories about that leads into maybe other things like promiscuity or
Yeah.
just to sort of like escapism sort of behaviours.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's just hit it on the head.
So you're sort of saying like man up.
Yeah, man up and don't let your partner talk to you with disrespect, and you know what I mean. Put your foot down like straight up, and be a man about it, because otherwise they're just gonna stomp all over you and spit you out, take
So
your money.
If your fiance heard this right now, would she be sitting here going,
She'd be like, yeah, that's him. Yeah, she's cool.
She
Like,
loves-
she, you know, it's
she
like,
loves
like,
ya.
Like we want a woman. They want a man. Like, let us be a man, and you know what I mean. And
you guys going to have kids?
for sure, hope so.
Yes. I think it'd be a rad dad.
Yeah, I'd be psyched.
My friend started up a clothing label called the Rad Dads Club.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
It's the best,
That's dope.
you know.
Sick name.
Just like, and it's like an ode to dads that are still doing the things they love. Like, well, he's a skateboarder,
yeah.
so
yeah.
he's an OG Australian skateboarder.
I've seen this.
Glenn Scott, I love you.
Yeah.
He was like, for me, like I used to look at him like a big brother figure, and him and his other brother Hank. Yeah, and just like, yeah, it's just like just because you have kids doesn't mean you have to stop skateboarding or rapping or
Yeah.
surfing, you know.
Yeah. Or be a pushover.
Yeah, and I think it's you got to keep those things going more than ever, because then you can do them with your kids.
Yeah.
You know, if you let them fall by the wayside, you lose the skills, and
Yeah.
you know, so it's
Yeah,
cool,
take
bro.
the fun out of life, and then it becomes miserable. Just like, oh yeah, what happened? Oh, I had kids, and now I'm man. No,
Stay
just
young
like,
at heart.
yeah, and just enjoy life. Otherwise, it's just the future is not desirable. You know what I mean? Like, to have kids or anything. If that's like, oh, I'll get all this done before I have kids, and then give it away. It's just like, dude, you just become some sad dude.
True. But it is hard having kids, man.
don't know.
Especially in the early years. It's hard work.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah,
But
that whole thing of, you know, I think women need men and men need women, and enjoy each other's strengths, you know what I mean? And
I did not expect this conversation to go that
Neither.
direction. I love it, though. I love it.
yeah,
It's good. These are good messages, man.
yeah,
Yeah, these are good.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm interested in this kind of stuff, actually. Yeah.
Are you? Well, why?
I read a book called The Rational Male.
The Rational Male.
Did we speak? No.
I've heard about a book called The Alpha Male Unplugged by a guy
I've read
called Rich
that too.
Cooper.
Yeah.
My friend
Yeah.
referred me
Shout
to
out
it.
Rich Cooper, legend.
Well, there's a lot of women that hate him, but then there's a lot of women that love him as well.
Exactly.
But my friend referred me to that book and his podcast. Garrett, if you're out there, I love you, buddy. But he's basically just saying, listen, men, fucking man up.
Yeah.
Go and earn the money. Go
Yeah.
and work hard. Don't be a pussy. Go to the gym.
Yep.
Stop whinging about stuff.
Yep.
Stop whinging that women don't want to be with you or women keep dumping you.
Yeah.
And get your
Make
shit
them want
together.
to be with you.
But then he comes with all these other philosophies about selecting the right woman and stuff, and it's confrontation. It's confronting, especially in a world where there's and I'm going to call it a necessary feminist movement.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm not just saying that to be politically correct. I definitely agree with that, but it has confronted that
Yeah.
movement quite strongly.
Yeah. Well, Rich Cooper got a lot of his information off that book I just mentioned.
The Rational Male.
Yeah.
So what's
And
it
he
talk-
says that within his book.
Okay.
Trying to think of the author. I'll find it later. But yeah, Rich Cooper's like he's like a son of the dude I was taught, the book I said I read.
Right.
So there's a whole world of those kind of dudes. I'm deep on that. Yeah, I reckon Rich Cooper's a legend.
I think a lot of dudes are crying out for some guidance.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of dudes who are very confused about what their role is in relationships,
Exactly.
especially with all these really empowered women
Yeah.
who are, earning good incomes, starting their own businesses,
Yep.
men are kind of like, well, I don't know where I sit here, what
Yeah.
my role is. I mean, they don't even really need a man to have a baby anymore sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But once they have the baby, then they realize I do need a man.
Well, again, controversial. Like
Yeah.
Rich Cooper.
It's like, someone needs to look after that kid and someone needs to bring in some money and, we can't have kids. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm into that kind of stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. It is cool.
Yeah. It's
But
interesting.
I can see like you're doing it from a perspective of like, you're not a misogynist. You know what that means?
No.
So
I'm
like,
not.
it's not like you're doing it because you don't like
I
women.
love women.
You love women.
Yeah.
Yeah. You respect women.
I love my girl.
You
Yeah.
respect it.
Oh,
you respect
totally.
her.
100%. It's more about just being the best for yourself. You know what I mean? Isn't it? It's just like, that's what they're really teaching. That's the deeper meaning of it all. And which only makes your life easier and your life happier, and therefore she's happier.
Yeah.
So they're winning in the end as well. Like everybody, it's for everybody. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Like, it's to be better for them.
Yeah.
You don't rap about bitches and money.
Sometimes.
Why? Because
Why
it's like, is it expected as a rapper, or is it more tongue in cheek?
Well, I like money and I like chicks, so of course I'm going to rap about it. You know what I mean? It might sound a little bit wrong sometimes, but it's just fun. You know?
It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
I can
dude.
talk myself out of it. If I get questioned, it's all good.
What do you mean you can talk
Just,
yourself out of it?
just rap music.
So if you get
You know what I
confronted
mean?
about
Exactly,
like
yeah.
if you get, let's say you do rap about it and you do get confronted and called,
Yep.
like
Sexist or whatever. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd care. You know what I mean? To be honest. Like,
Would you describe yourself as an alpha male?
I think I was born with a little bit of it for sure.
Okay.
With the whole work ethic and getting my own and being myself. That's what it is, isn't it? I don't know. Like, I think people picture an alpha male as just like some big muscly dude that's tackling people on the football field, but it's more just doing your own thing and believing in yourself and being confident and not following the pack and
Yeah.
making decisions, So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that saying.
Yeah.
'Cause it
it's
sounds a bit
full on.
whack, you
It
know what I
does.
mean? But maybe I don't know. I guess a bit for sure.
That's right.
It's whack.
No, it's cool. I love it, dude. I love this.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Before the show, we were talking, and I've had various musicians on here, perform some songs. And how would you feel about giving us a little, like, you got some new tracks coming out? Do you
Got
want
a
to give us
bunch
a
of
little
new tracks.
preview?
Definitely. I've got and you said at the start of the podcast, still the only surf rapper. There's more surf rappers on the horizon.
Since you started?
Yep.
Wait up. Do you think you're the first ever surf rapper?
That's specialized in only surf rap tunes, purely every single song about surf rap. Yes,
You're claiming that.
I'm claiming that. But to my knowledge, all right, I've got deep on the internet and I'm in touch with a lot of people now. And there's other guys that, like, Buell wetsuits.
Yeah.
So the guy
They're a Hawaiian brand, aren't they?
Buell,
Yeah.
the guy Buell, he raps.
He sponsors Jamie O'Brien.
So we did a track together.
Did you?
It's called 3-2 Steamer.
No way.
It's out on YouTube.
Now,
So
did he
he's-
start after you?
Well, he's older than me.
That's what I mean. But had he already been doing it?
I don't think, I've looked pretty deep. I don't think he did, like, his songs were all about surf rapping.
Right.
Were all about surfing. He was just a rapper that surfed. But correct me if I'm wrong. Shout out to Buell. He's a legend.
Good wetsuits.
Great wetsuits. I'm gonna break something crazy in a second.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
So I've thought I was the only surf rapper for years. Like I really, really deeply have got. So that's my brand. That's my thing. That's what I do. Every single song is surf rap. There is no normal songs, and there'll be beach themed songs at the least. And the further I've looked into stuff, you know, people have come out of the woodwork, but a lot of guys do rap songs and they do a few surf songs because they surf. You know what I mean? So,
Gotcha.
so that's not surf rap. If you got a whole, you know, a whole, what do you call it? Like your whole
Well, like,
catalog.
okay, but you're 100% committed to. It's all about surfing and surf culture,
Yep.
right?
So I don't think
Do
in
you
anyone's
run out of
catalog-
ideas though for that?
It's impossible, I
You
think.
think?
Yeah, it's impossible.
'Cause
There's always new surfers, new brands, new breaks, new maneuvers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because traditionally surfers have never really been known for being into hip hop. Like I'm a skateboarder first. I surf, but my skateboarding was my first love. I still do it.
Yeah.
Surfing came second. And you know, the skate culture was all about hip hop in the '90s.
Yeah.
Like growing up, it was the best.
Yeah.
Like I still think '90s hip hop for me. I just love it. I don't want to sound like
Yeah.
an old dude, but
Yeah.
but surf culture in the '90s and music was sort of more.
Yeah, they're only touching on
Rock.
it now, I feel.
I feel like that. The next
Yeah.
gen. I think it's actually coincided with the change in surfing, that progressive aerial surfing that's really pushing. I feel like those
Yeah.
guys brought more into it. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah, I
What do you
feel
think?
that. Yeah, I feel that. And also I feel that the surf industry and the surfers are kind of sheep. Like they just follow trends
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah.
Where skateboarders are hardcore and they are different. You know what I mean? We're our own breed of people. We listen to hip hop. We wear these baggy ass clothes, and I loved, you know, skateboarders when I was younger. Like seeing the skate movies with hip hop, that was dope.
even though you're the full surf kid.
Yeah, and I feel like the surf industry is just more so commercial now and they don't even know it. Especially the surfers, they don't even know it. You pay them whatever, they'll wear whatever. Like they're sheep, man. Like you guys need to start using some of my music on your Instagram clips and all that, because I'm an actual surfer that raps.
Yeah, you
You
are.
know what I mean? So
But going back to that, a lot of it's changing in skateboarding now. There are skateboarders that are. Well, I mean, it's like if you can make money in skateboarding now, it's so hard, and so there are skateboarders just taking any sponsorship deal. But back in the day,
Yeah.
it's like if you took a shitty sponsor, you'd lose so much street cred. It didn't
Yeah.
even matter how good you were.
100%.
You would just you'd be on the blacklist, and that was it.
Yep.
It's like career suicide, you know.
yeah,
Whereas surfing is it's such a popular, beautiful thing to do. Even people
Yeah.
that live inland still are so enamored by it, they want to buy the surf clothes, you know. And so there's always so much more money into it. Whereas skating, I still love it, even with it being in the Olympics, still has this element of just being underground, you know.
for
So,
sure. Yeah, just is how it is, I guess.
When you were a Grom growing up, didn't you say you did some QS events and stuff?
I did some QS events. Yep. Did the junior series. I never gave the QS a full-on go,
Okay.
but I went and did a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you go?
I went really good so I went and did the Spain leg of that kind of tour,
Oh, nice.
and I went really good in one contest out of, I think I've only ever done like 3 to 5 QS contests.
Okay.
And I went pretty good there was some right-hand reef break in Spain.
Right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so long ago. But I think I made it through it was pretty good. It was like 7 rounds or something like that. Knocked out a bunch
Didn't you
of
have
guys.
I think you said did you have a little Billabong hookup or something?
Yeah, I was sponsored by Billabong, Etnies, Surf Dive and Ski, Aloha,
Sick,
Oz,
dude.
Dragon.
No way.
Yeah, all that.
Fully kitted out.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I remember I used to, when I was a Grom and the junior series was on, and we'd stay at Torquay, you know, Mick Fanning was in the same house, and who else? I don't know. All those kind of guys, you know what I mean? I was going to the MR camps where Parko was there
No way.
and all that kind of stuff. And
Dude, in Newcastle?
that was, where was that one at?
I just thought MR might do them in Newcastle.
Oh, hang on. Maybe it was the Rabbit Camp, which was at
Goldie.
Talabudria. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and Parker was there, Fanning was there.
way,
so
dude.
yeah, you know, I was nowhere near up where their skill level was, but I was like around those types of people.
Yeah, nice. Good influences, bro.
Yeah,
Good influences.
yeah. I remember when I was I think we just did a coaching session. I doubt they'd ever remember this, but I remember whatever. I think we just came out from the surf, or we just watched the footage of, you know, or I don't even know if they were filming back then, or that we just got coached basically by Rabbit. Was it Rabbit? Yeah. And we went to our cabin where we were staying, and Parko, I had all these fresh blocks of wax. Parko, if you're listening. And I remember walking up to the cabin, and Parko had one fresh block under one foot and one fresh block under the other foot. And he was just rubbing both my brand new blocks of wax in the dirt.
Why?
He's a legend, though. He sent me
To fuck with you?
messages saying, I love what you're doing, keep going.
Like grom abuse.
Yeah, but I think we're just all young.
Just to fuck
you know
with
what I
you.
mean? I don't think it was personal at all. You know what I mean? He's just being a dumb grommer.
To fuck with you.
You know, I don't know
For
if it was,
fun.
I don't know. I don't even know if he knew it was my wax, but I remember him and like Mick stuck up for me. He's just like, why are you rubbing Mingo's fresh wax into the dirt, you dickhead? You know what I mean? Like, I just remember shit like that. Just funny
That's
stuff.
funny, dude.
But yeah, Parko's a legend though.
He's a legend.
He's shown me love with all the surf rap stuff. So, but I don't know if he ever remembers that story. But that shit was funny.
He just seems like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I noticed you had Tom Carroll in one of your surf clips.
Yeah.
Is he the nicest? Is he a super nice guy?
He's such a legend.
I can tell.
He's such a
I'm
legend.
trying to get him on the podcast.
Oh, you got to, man.
Well, Jake McKenzie was going to hook that one up, but yeah, I haven't really pursued it. You
Yeah.
think he's a good guy, hey?
Mm-hmm.
I love all the stuff. Like, he's really advocating for positive mental health strategies and meditation. He's really on that trip, you know.
Yeah, he's just a good dude, and he just has time for everybody. You know what I mean? Everyone loves him, and everyone's just like Tommy, and he just says g'day to everybody, shakes everyone's hand. You know, I needed him for like, you know, I wanted him to be in the music video, and I was just like, you know, just 20 minutes. We ended up hanging out for a couple of hours.
Yeah. So he fully gave you the time.
Oh, and more. You know what I mean?
Nice. It's
And,
funny, dude. It's so funny.
I can't believe he said yes, and he jumped in that.
Yeah,
That
and
was
he
dope.
even had to do some acting and stuff, and I was like, yeah, dude, like,
Yeah,
that's rad.
yeah. I had the scene written out before he got there, just to make everything easy. And he was just like, "Okay, yeah, we can
down.
do that." And then, like, you know, he was just cool, man.
He wasn't like a prima donna and just like, I'm not doing that.
Not at all.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy.
Not at all. He just did what I needed done, and just like, good luck with it. And yeah, man, he's
Sick.
just a legend.
Nice, man.
Yep.
So you've written some new tracks, and I think you said you got a live gig coming up. Where's that at?
Yeah, I got a gig coming up. If anyone's in Bali, it's at Gimme Shelter.
Oh, that's a sick venue.
Yeah, I played there once before. I don't have the date yet.
They got a little skate park there now.
They do, out the back.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm not sure what the date is, but it'll be in the next couple of weeks sometime. I'll post it on my Instagram, Slippery Surfer. If you want to check it out, if you're in Bali, come down. I'll show you what surf rap is.
Yes. Speaking of surf rap, let's go. You got something for us?
Yeah.
You got something for us?
So I got a song coming out with another. So when we're talking about the surf rappers, we didn't get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. So you're claiming that you're
This is interesting.
the first one, and are you okay? So are you then implying that there's emerging surf rappers?
Yeah,
And you've created a genre. Here's the question: have you created the surf rap genre?
I think so, because like I said, no one's catalogue is all surf raps. Even if you look back on everyone that says now that I'm a surfer and I'm a rapper, but you're not a surf rapper. Like, all your songs aren't about surfing. You
Who
know
would
what I mean?
disagree though?
I don't know, but it's out there. If anyone wants to disagree, let us know. Argue it on the Instagram, whatever you want to do. Hit me up on the DM. But there's other guys that are so there's another guy, a guy who, so the song I'm about to play, the beat was made by a guy named Surf Rap Steph.
That was his name
That is his name.
before you.
Well, not before me, but when I met him, he was just Steph on Instagram. Steph's, and his last name.
Yeah.
Shout out to this guy. But before that, he was Surf Rap Steph.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was before me, but we're both actually dated everything back sometimes just to see, and I secretly have a few times. It's very close around the same date. But at the same time, he wasn't bringing out a whole catalogue of just surfing.
Yeah, okay.
And it wasn't just surf rap. He didn't call it surf rap. You know what I mean?
Are other artists like precious about this though? Like, is it political?
No, but it can. You can get it if anyone wants to argue it. Let's go. But then you got Buell. You know what I mean? Buell's older than me.
I had no idea he was into surf rap.
Yeah, dude. You got to check out our song.
Yeah.
And so when someone told me, "Oh, this Buell raps," I was just like, "Holy shit, no way!" He's got a song about JAB.
Yeah.
And
Well, he sponsors JAB, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got a full-on surfing rap song about JAB. But he got really busy with his business young, and he didn't really get to pursue music as much as he wanted to, as what he said to me.
Yeah.
But he's older than me, and so maybe he can find some songs that was before me, or there's never been anyone saying I do surf rap, I'm a surf rapper, and my whole catalogue is surf rap. I know, and that's what I did from the start, and that's what I knew I was doing, and in my knowledge, no one else was doing this for many, many years. Now there's a few things like, I do it too, and stuff like that.
That's cool though.
But yeah, there's shout out to Surf Rap Steph. He's producing a lot of my music now. He's a surfer. He's a rapper. His name's Surf Rap Steph. So he made the beat on this, and it also features another rapper called Surf Syrup. He's dope. Another American guy. There's also another guy named Stax, but he's more of like, we hung out in Texas. We did a music video together called Hit the Lip. I would say Stax is the best rap surfer.
Really?
Not surf rapper.
Best rap surfer.
So he's
There's
like
a
an
rapper who
ex-champ.
surfs.
Yeah, but he was actually an champion surfer when he was young.
Okay.
Like, and he raps really good.
So like you just like his style, his music.
Yeah, and he's actually really good.
Okay.
He's proper, like, from the hood and stuff like that.
Right.
White boy, dreadlocks.
It's so
Raps
it's
like
so
a
unique.
machine, like
Really?
proper good. And then Surf Rap Steph is dope as, like, he's super smooth, really good producer, makes beats, he does everything. And then Surf Syrup's this other guy, I think he's Florida, and he's just like kind of got like a deeper voice, and he's I like his style. I wish he'd bring out more music, but yeah. So we got this song called Ryden Grind, which I just shot the music video for over here, and another guy, as you've heard of him, Ben Gravy.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of tracks together now, and he's busting surf raps like
Is
it's
he?
nothing.
He's a musician as well.
He's a musician already, and yeah, he's really good. And
I like Ben Gravy, and I like how he surfs. And what I find interesting about Ben Gravy, I feel like and tell me if I'm wrong, he created a surf career, and he's one of the first to do it through vlogs, by creating YouTube vlogs. He was one of the first, and I feel like then other people followed him. Like then Jamie O'Brien followed. It felt like Jamie O'Brien followed him shortly after.
yeah, I don't know if they did, but yeah, I feel the same.
So he kind of, in my opinion, he's one of the first surfers to do that.
But he did it
well.
differently too, didn't he? He said, "Oh, I'm going to go surf shitty waves on a soft top
Around,
instead of chase perfect waves,
yeah, he was looking for like novelty waves everywhere.
novelty waves." Like amazing. Like what
cool.
what a sick idea. Yeah, we got a group. We're called Novelty Gang.
Really?
So yeah, we got a couple of tracks out, and one's called I Just Want to Surf, and the new one we're about to drop in the next few days is called Tombstone.
Okay. So it's a duo. You and Ben
Novelty
Gravy.
Gang.
You and
Ben
Ben Gravy.
Gravy, Slippery Surfer.
How does it work across the world? Like he records his audio on his end, and then you just get the track and.
Yeah, so
then
I
master
stayed
it.
with him for a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
He shot some music videos for me.
Sweet.
I was in America. So when I went to Texas and met up with Stax, and we shot the Hit the Lip video, I messaged Ben Gravy and I were just like kind of liking each other's posts and stuff like that. At that time I hadn't watched a vlog. I just thought I liked what he was doing on Instagram and all that. And someone else told me, hey, you should work with Ben Gravy, and I was just like, who's that? And they showed me. I'm like, oh, this guy's cool. I started liking his posts. He started liking mine. I was in America. I messaged him and said, hey man, I'm looking to work with anyone creative and want to shoot some music videos. Do you know anyone? You know, I was just reaching out to everyone at that stage.
Sick.
And
See,
he goes, yeah, me.
Hustling. You got to hustle and grind, hey?
Yeah, we get a lot of rejections, but sometimes it's just crazy what you can land, you know. And he said, yeah, me. And I said, what, you? You'll shoot my music? He goes, yeah, fly into Philadelphia, I'll pick you up. I ended up staying with him for a couple of weeks.
Nice.
So yeah, now we just he'll record I'll find the beat. You know, he's a busy guy, or he might find it. We wrote a lot of these tracks in his lounge room, but they're just coming together now because I'm like, let's put these tracks out that we wrote.
Dude, amazing.
So, you know, we'll find the beat. I'll put my idea down or vice versa and send it to each other. He'll record his, and we'll just send it off to Surf Rap Steph to mix it and master it and shoot my part here. He shoots his part there, put the music video together.
Dude, so good.
Yeah,
so
cool.
good.
It's cool.
You know, man, you got something for us. Let's do this. Okay, let's
Should
set
we,
it up. Let's do the setup.
So we just got... I'll play you the song that I've got with Surf Syrup called Ryden Grind. It's only new, so hopefully I can remember these vocals. I've just been practicing it before I got here about 5 times over
You got this.
in
No
between
pressure.
sipping on this delicious coffee.
Dude, you like that?
Oh my God.
I'm hitting that company up for a sponsorship.
that
It's
is
my favourite coffee.
What's
and
it
it's
called?
Healthy. Should I plug them?
Definitely.
Yeah. It's called, the brand is called Before You Speak. And it's like this healthy coffee. It's
Is
got like
it?
MCT oil in it, turmeric, black pepper, stevia. Oh man, and it just, I drink. They call it performance coffee, and I drink it, and I don't feel like, you know, sometimes coffee makes you feel a bit shitty, a bit bloated, a bit.
Yeah. It is so
I feel like it feels clean as a whistle, eh?
Yeah, it's just sharp, mentally sharp. I'm telling you, this is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
I must admit, like,
It is
it's.
delicious.
I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not. There's no sponsorship endorsement here. I just.
How about the flavors that are
I
in it?
love it, dude.
So name all those flavors. Turmeric, caramel. Like, it smells like caramel. It just goes down like
Dude,
a
I'm
dream.
glad you like it. It's expensive. It's freaking expensive, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right.
You got your track up? Yeah, I'll turn the volume up. Oh,
Alright,
Onok's
we're
still
gonna put
drinking
it
his
right-
coffee. Is it cold, Onok?
Oh, it's still, even if it's cold, like,
Just put the actual speaker right at the. Yeah, you go.
all right, this one's called Ryden Grind, and it's featuring another surf rapper named Surf Syrup.
Let's go.
Slippery Surfa, Shred Gang, Surf Syrup, White Shot.
Yeah.
All I do is ride. All I do is ride. All I do is grind. All I do is grind. All I do is ride. All I do is ride. All I do is grind. All I do is grind.
Skateboard on the grind, she liking how I ride. I pull up surfing style, my money's on my mind. I'm burning up the split, my fins go out the lip. 100, that's the biz, shredding, that's the click. Ostrich on my wetsuit, surfing with your boo. Foreign chick, riding, grinding on my Malibu. You kooks aren't in the gang, you just no start to sand. I'm riding, grinding, Tony Hawk, hand plant.
I came to surf upon them. They ain't been riding on these waves. I put some work in on them. And I've been waiting here for days. I told them watch me in it. I get my lady from the back. You know I had to hit it. I like it shady. Sunburn on my back. I feel it itching. Slippery surfer down to ride the stance. I seen him switch it. Longboard or I fish it. They got like one. I got 6 in. Ain't worry about shit. I got mixed in. Don't worry about waves. Ain't dropped yet. I'm cutting back, getting tipsy. On the line with big risky. Feeling that's a sex tricky. Trying to be gone for the weekend. I'm keeping the drip, got it leaking. I'm on the grind while they sleeping. Been watching the swell getting stronger. Been watching the days getting longer. Been watching the swell getting stronger.
All I do is ride, all I do is ride.
All I do is grind. All I do is grind.
All I do is ride, all I do is ride.
All I do is grind. All I do is grind.
All I do is ride, all I do is ride.
All I do is grind.
What do you think about the other surf rapper?
Dude,
All I do is ride, all I do is ride.
All I do is
it's
grind.
good, man.
All I do is grind.
Is that a little taster for us, or?
What's that?
That's a nice little taster for
Yeah,
us.
man.
Thanks,
Music
bro.
video coming soon.
Oh, got some music there as well. Sick, bro. Thank you, man.
Thanks for having me once again.
It's always such a treat to get like some live performance on here, dude. And it's like, I don't know. I just really admire anyone that's listening to their heart, stepping outside their comfort zone,
Yeah.
and grinding, like,
Yeah,
and
mate.
hustling. And I really think you epitomise that, man. So like,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
respect.
Appreciate
A
it.
lot of respect.
Thanks heaps for having me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Indo Soul. Thanks for the sandals. Epic.
Yeah, that was nice.
Shout out to the Shred Gang.
Hey, just before we go though, I ask all guests to come to the podcast with a cause they want to support or advocate for. So what do you got for us today?
Yeah. Shout out to we want to get some help out there for PSP, which is progressive supranuclear palsy. That's my dad suffers with that, and not a lot of people know about it. It's similar to Parkinson's, but a lot heavier. But yeah, that's where I want to make that known out there.
Cool, man. So I'll put a link to a foundation that supports PSP.
Yeah.
And you can click on it, go and check it out, see if you can donate some money, support it, volunteer. I always try to advocate for ways people can be of service in this world, and every guest does that. And a percentage of all Patreon subscriptions is donated to the causes that the guests on THT advocate for. So thanks, brother. You can find this episode on a variety of platforms other than the one you're listening to on now, such as terriblehappytalks.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. It's on all the platforms, but whatever one you like to listen on, please follow, subscribe, and really helps when you rate the podcast or leave a review, and it just helps me to spread good messages of rad humans such as Mr. Slippery Surfer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.